Hello, and welcome to this e-learning course on Legionella Risk Management of Building Water Systems for Responsible Persons.
This course is composed of 5 learning modules and an end test. These modules are: Module 1, Introduction to Legionella Disease, which is the program you are about to watch. Module 2, Legionella-related legislation and guidance. Module 3, Hot and Cold Water System Design and Operation to Manage Legionella. Module 4, Legionella Risk Assessment. Module 5, Legionella Risk Management. Finally, the last and 6th module is an end-of-course test. The aims of this course are to provide the essential knowledge, or a theoretical foundation, for the management of Legionella disease in hot and cold water systems, an understanding of legal duties, awareness of sources of official guidance. Who is this course for? As the title suggests, this course is intended for so-called responsible persons, including their deputies or assistants. These are individuals who are formally identified under official guidance as being responsible for the day-to-day management of Legionella risks. The course will also be helpful to so-called duty holders, those with overall responsibility for buildings and who must appoint responsible persons.
Finally, the course can also assist any person who works with water systems, including tasks such as the design, installation, maintenance, and management of water systems.
There are a number of important boundaries or limitations to be aware of. This course provides you with essential knowledge or a theoretical foundation for Legionella management. But this alone will not make you a competent person. You will also require suitable skills or hands-on application of the knowledge and experience, or the application of the skills in a range of situations similar to those in which you work in order to achieve competence. So, following this course, you may therefore require the help of qualified specialists to assist you to fulfill your duties. But you should have the necessary information to decide where and when you need additional help. You may also require additional, more specialist knowledge not covered in this course. This course includes guidance from the approved Code of Practice on Legionella Management, or L8, and Part 2 of the HSG 274 guidance document, which deals with hot and cold water systems. However, the course does not provide a definitive review of these documents, and you may need to refer to them for more specific details. This course also does not cover Part 1 or 3 of the HSG 274 guidance. These documents deal with systems such as cooling towers, bath spas and hot tubs. These more specialist applications are beyond the scope of this course.
Module 2 of Legionella Risk Management of Building Water Systems for Responsible Persons. In this program, we are going to explore a range of Legionella-related legislation and guidance that need to be taken into consideration in order to ensure a water system meets statutory requirements.
And so in this program, we will explore an introduction to UK legislation, sources of Legionella guidance, the roles and responsibilities that result from this legislation and guidance. We will introduce what happens if there is an outbreak of Legionella, and the action that enforcing authorities will take. Finally, we will provide a number of prosecution case studies.
The Module 3 of Legionella Risk Management of Building Water Systems for Responsible Persons. In this program, we are going to introduce hot and cold water system design and operation in order to manage the risks posed by Legionella. So, specifically in this program, we will examine general design principles of water systems, types of hot and cold water systems, recirculation and non-recirculation, gravity-supplied systems, pressurized systems, blind ends and dead legs, flushing low-use outlets, schematic drawings, assessing cold water systems, cold water system designs, hot water systems, combi boilers, low-volume storage heaters, calorifiers, scalding risks, and operational requirements for managing Legionella.
We will also introduce the common types of hot and cold water systems that are found in most buildings. We will be focusing on the so-called domestic use of these water systems. This does not mean the use of water at home, but for functions such as
drinking, cooking, personal hygiene, including bathing and the use of toilets, which also occur in workplaces. We will be looking at the situations and features of equipment that can pose risks in terms of Legionella bacteria growth. Module 4 of Legionella Risk Management Principles for Responsible Persons, Legionella Risk Assessment. Undertaking a risk assessment is the central method to establish what needs to be done to comply with health and safety legislation. It is not surprising, therefore, that the L8 Legionella Approved Code of Practice, or ACoP, states that a risk assessment must be carried out to decide the possible risks in a water system prior to implementing any health and safety management system.
And so, in this program we're going to introduce risk assessment responsibilities, preparations for undertaking an effective risk assessment, and then demonstrate the factors that need to be considered during a Legionella risk assessment by working through a recognized 5-step risk assessment system. Desktop appraisal of documentation. Identify the hazards. Decide who might be harmed and how. Evaluate risks. Decide on precautions. And, finally, record your findings and do it.
Module 5 of Legionella Risk Management Principles for Responsible Persons, Risk Management Arrangements for Controlling Legionella Risks.
In this module, we will explore the various risk management strategies that are available to control Legionella, management responsibilities, the requirement for a written control scheme, key risk control procedures, and details of what documentary evidence needs to be kept.